behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
All right, everybody, it's Palm Mash TV time again. Thank you for joining us. We got a great interview coming up for you in just a couple moments. But don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell there, and you're always going to be notified on any new interviews coming your way. And use the comment section. We love to hear from you there. And if you're on Facebook, go to facebook.com/Palm Mash TV. Like the page, inbox us, comment things you see there. We'd love to hear from you there as well. And if you're a band or solo artist, or hey, just a fan, and you want to contact us through email, just go to palmmashtv@gmail.com, and we'll comment back to you as fast as we can. And we're going to recompile that thing for you at the end of the closing credits, so stay tuned for that. From Shediac, New Brunswick, Canada, we have Luc Jaillet, and he's a awesome country artist. And I think you're going to like them, so we're going to get to that in just a second. But first, here's a Click Jam commercial, and we'll be right back. So don't go away. Stay tuned.
We got history. Got me feeling the nostalgia when you look at me. Thinking about what could.
All right, well, here we are from our interview time as promised, and with us from Shediac, New Brunswick, Canada, we have Luc Jaillet. Thanks for joining us, Luc.
Hey, thanks for having me, Paul. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Glad that you could join us today. So tell us a little bit about how it began for you. I mean, everyone has their own story about how they, first discovered they were an artist. I'm sure you have your own story.
Yeah. I started at a pretty young age when I realized that I liked to play around with music. I started playing the piano, had some piano lessons there for like 3 or 4 years, and then realized that I was learning more by ear than learning the actual notes. So that kind of got boring trying to read all the manuals and the sheets and stuff. So I kind of put the lessons aside and just went on my own, and then picked up the guitar in my teens. And never played with any bands or nothing, just by myself, and used to play at little house gatherings and stuff. And then probably in my late 20s is when I really started playing more and trying to learn more on the guitar, and trying to sing little songs that I'd write and stuff. And then being teen parents, I had to kind of put my music on hold for a while till the kids got older, and I was able to really concentrate more on music. And it wasn't until probably when I was about 40 years old, that a little late in my career, but when I really started getting right into it. And then I met this great buddy of mine, Mr. Brian Mallory, that kind of pointed me in some right directions, and made some arrangement to meet his producer down in Nashville, where I recorded my first single in 2017, a song by Mr. Larry Wayne Clark. And that got quite a bit of attention up this way, because nobody really knew that I was a country singer or played guitar or anything. So people were pretty happy when they heard that song, and I really liked all the comments and stuff. And then only in 2019 I finally wrote my first song, which was a song that I wrote for my wife at the time. It was my first time doing songwriting, and that one I recorded just down the street from my house. I had a buddy of mine that has his own studio, Paul LeBlanc, called LR Studio, a little closer than going down to Nashville. I guess if I can walk right down to his house. So so I recorded a song called Her Smile. Was planning on doing an album here at the beginning of 2020, but because of all this COVID, kind of put a damper on all those plans. We can't have any big gigs or any big venues or any festivals. So I'm going to put the CD on hold till this whole pandemic stops, and we can actually get a big crowd together and have a big CD launch. So in the meantime, I'm still trying to write some new songs, and I actually I just released a new French song here about a month ago, and that's doing pretty good around here. I got quite a bit of airplay over in Quebec too, which is mostly French, so I'm enjoying myself there. I started a little late in my career, but hey, you got to start sometime, and And yeah, it's lots of fun. I love it and enjoy playing music and singing and being up on stage. And was able to go up on stage just this last weekend with a good buddy of mine. And it had been probably since the beginning of the pandemic that I was able to get out in front of a crowd and play. And it was a great feeling. Yeah, it's be glad when this is all over and we can get out and have some good parties again and good festivals and enjoy ourselves. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's quite a story there. And you just mentioned, Brian Mallory, and I just interviewed him not long ago, and he was really good to work with. And if you want to watch the interview, just type in Paul Mash TV Brian Mallory, and I know you'll enjoy that interview too. Well, tell us how we can. Excuse me, what your inspirations were. I mean, like when you were growing up, any artists that you grew up with that inspired you to become the artist that you are today?
Oh, all the great legends, I guess, like Vern Gosens and Merle Haggard and George Jones, and big fan of Randy Travis and Tracy Lawrence and like all these big names that music like you don't hear like they used to be, right? Like these guys have written songs and sang songs that you'll never hear the same kind of music like you used to at those times. And that's mostly what I turn to. Like it's the old traditional country music. That's my field. But yeah, there are a lot of good artists at those times, and we've lost a lot of them lately too. It's pretty sad that they're slowly going away, but at least their music is going to live on forever, and that's what I want to do too, is that kind of music, the old traditional stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And like people like George Jones, as you mentioned, he's no longer with us, and of course, Randy Travis, as you mentioned, I mean, he's still around, but we still have his music. So like I said, and he's considered now a legend in his own right too. So, well, tell everybody where we can find your music if we want to see it. Is it on all streaming platforms? And is there any physical copies or?
No, I don't have any physical copies, but yeah, they're all on the digital download platforms like iTunes and Google Play and Spotify and all those places that you normally go download your songs. And I do have a YouTube channel. You can look it up, Luc Jaillet. And I'm also on Facebook, just my name, Luc Jaillet. You can contact me there, and then I can give you the directions of where to go look for my songs there. Like I said, they're all on the regular platforms like everybody downloads from. Yeah.
Okay, well, everybody get Luc Jaillet's albums. I'm sure he will love you for that. And I know you were just talking about Her Smile a little bit ago. What did you mention the story? If not, could you tell us a little story about that song and how you come up with it? It sounds like it'll be self-explanatory though, but let us know in your own words.
Yeah, that song just came to me there one day while I was working. It just popped in my head there, the melody, and I kind of the words just suddenly spilled right out, and didn't take me long to write it. Just, I guess that day I wrote the song, and it's mostly about meeting my wife and how we met in school, and then we had our first child. We were still in high school at the time. We were pretty young, and we raised our kids, and we had some ups and downs like everybody else, but Her Smile kept me going, and to this day we've been together for almost 30 years, and still look at her and like she makes me smile and I make her smile, and that's pretty much the whole song right there. So like you said, it's pretty much self-explanatory, but yeah.
Okay, well, it is a really good song, and I know everybody out there is ready to hear it. And we'll get to that in just a second. But thank you so much, Luc, for coming on the show today. We'd love to have you back sometime if you ever want to have any thing to plug for us.
Yeah, no, definitely. If I have more music, and hopefully I will here shortly, I'll definitely get back in contact with you, and really appreciate the time to have a little chat with you. And then it was a great time.
Okay, well, let's get started with that song, Her Smile by Luc Jaillet, and we'll be right back in just a moment. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Little boy from a little town, grown up was a little shy. Sees this girl and says, oh my, will you just look at her smile? finally asked her for a dance. Sweaty palms, he held her hand, looks into her big green eyes. Will you just look at her smile? It's been 20 years or so today. The boy never looked the other way. He promised her till the end of time, he would always stay by her side. Even after all these years, he even shared some little tears. She hasn't even realized that all she had to do was smile. Teenage mother wasn't in her plans, but God dealt them a better hand. It's been tough, but they're holding on. They both know what they really want. Their boys are all grown up today, and both their hair is turning gray. She knows she had the best of time, 'cause he knew how to make her smile. 20 years or so today, the boy never looked the other way. He promised her till the end of time that he would always stay by her side. Even after all these years, they even shared some little tears. She hasn't even realized that all she had to do was smile. 20 years or so today, I'd never look the other way. I promised you till the end of time that I would always stay by your side. Even after all these years, even shared some little tears. I hope you finally realize that all you had to do was smile. I'd sure love to see you smile, to see you smile. Your smile.